Hey, Zach, I'm getting a little bit of reverb. I don't know if it's from the audio in the other room.
Have Chris pull his mic down just a hair.
Oh, down a bit?
Perfect.
It's up my nose now, isn't it?
Yeah, we want to see your face, dude, because this is, you know what I'm saying? That's what people want to see. You know what I'm saying, dude? God. Dang, dude. Yeah, you're freaking looks maxing or whatever they call it. You know? It's got to be crazy just being so handsome sometimes, dude. I bet your mirror, whenever it sees you, it's like, oh, yeah. I bet your mirror makes a positive sound, you know?
Look, man, does
this
anyone...
seem gay at all? Sorry if it does.
No,
Okay,
just the two of us in a room alone. It's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like...
Whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying?
No, I appreciate...
Pour me a Foster's with some tits on it.
You're a handsome fella too, mate.
I don't know, dude. I'm side of the road handsome. Like if people are going by at like 50 miles an hour, they're like, hey, I think that guy was okay looking.
I'm sitting right next to you, and I'm admiring what I see, mate.
I'm hitchhiker handsome.
Yeah, I'd pick you up if you were hitchhiking,
Thanks, bro. Well, you would?
Absolutely.
And even like when you travel, like one thing I remember from just traveling a lot was just seeing Australians everywhere.
Yeah.
They pop up in anything, you know. Like you turn on a tap in another country, like, you know, you're pouring a beer and a couple of Australians just come out on surfboards, kind of a boogie boards.
As an Australian, that's always problematic. It's like you go to a country to get away from Australia and have a different cultural experience, and it's, oh, g'day, mate, shit. Yeah, I know you. And the next minute you're all at the bar together doing what you did back home. So,
yeah.
I always thought like I would buy my mum things and jewelry, and she was like, it's lovely, but like, I want your time. You know, I mean, just yesterday she was like, can I schedule in one of your meetings to just get 15 minutes just with you?
Oh.
And I was like, oh, and she goes, well, I'm sort of half joking, but serious. And you forget, like, yes, when you get busy, like it's like, yeah, I'll get to that, and all these other things.
At least you can put her off on one of your other good-looking brothers, you know?
Yes,
like that's got to be nice. Like, look, talk to the other good-looking brother.
The other dickheads,
you know?
yeah.
Dude, I bet you didn't even have wallpaper at home. It was just mirrors everywhere. Just mirrors were so excited, like, he's coming, he's coming. Sorry, dude, this is seeming a little bit gay, dude. Whatever, bro. Pull me a Foster's.
I was a kid at night time that would kind of be sitting there going, what does the end of life look like? And if it's just blackness, if it's nothing, can I still think in the nothing? Or is it like nothing? Am I, you know, that sort of...
Yeah, do I have any toys in the nothing?
Yeah, am I allowed to like talk to someone still? Or is it just like,
snacks?
it's just black?
Yeah, is there a Lunchable? You know, like, yeah, like tell me that the nothing has Lunchables, dude.
Tell me this, yeah. This
Dude, that's crazy, bro. I'm realizing that you're like a smart guy stuck in a good-looking guy. You're not like a good-looking guy that's just like, you know, sorry. And that's a judgment, dude.
Thanks.
But, you know, sorry. That was just a judgment.
No, I had a lot of questions.
Australia has banned social media for kids under 16. How does it work?
Yeah.
Under 16s in Australia have been banned from using major social media services, including TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, and Threads. Threads sucks. They cannot set up new accounts, and their existing profiles were deactivated. Wow. I wonder if they all had like a D-Day when they were all like gathered around a fire or something.
This is the thing. Are they all now like re-entering different ages, or is that? I mean, I don't know to what. I mean, I think it's a fantastic thing. And,
the idea of it seems perfect.
Yeah, and its execution. I hope there's you know, there's a positive sort of navigation through it, because I'm sure, you know, my kids, I change a passcode in the phone or whatever, and they figure out shit in, you know, seconds. They're like little genius hackers with all of it. But we try and keep them off it as much as possible. But
yeah, but also your passcode is often like handsome guy 4000.
That's it. So it's the obvious one, you know.
So exceptionally gorge male 7.
Oh no, lucky. You're special too.
You ever seen Sean and Marley?
No.
Oh, bro, bring them up. They're Aussies, man. One of them has Down syndrome. I don't think one of them does, but one of them is just Korean or whatever.
Mates or,
yeah, they're just mates, but they've been friends for a long time. We made beer chicken, right?
How was it?
Oh,
delicious?
Dude, yeah, it was good. But Marley took the beer right out, the hot beer, and just drank it straight out of the oven. Freaking legend,
full of chicken
brother.
Juice and scalding hot temperature.
Look at that. That can is probably 200 degrees, bro. Whoa. Your receptors is off, baby. You got to come up a little bit. Bro, he drank that bitch right out of the thing, bro. But dude, their families are so sweet and they invited us over to their home and they made like up there's a piece of art up above, like on the mantle up there on the right.
Yeah.
Right there. They made like a rat for like the Rat King. Like they did like special things to make it just for me. For these kids, now you got to walk over there and look this girl in the eyes and see that she might not be interested in you, which is the genre that we grew up in, brother.
Right.
If you want to call somebody fat, you got to walk across town. You got to say it to them. And then you got to see their big fat fist come and hit you right in your smug face.
Yeah. No, and there's no accountability. That's the other thing. It's like the amount of like smart aleck, sarcastic sort of sentiment and tone I hear from sort of my kids and their mates based upon the lack of consequence. Like you said that shit in high school or school and you felt it immediately. You went, well, a lesson to self, note to self, don't say that again.
Yeah.
Whereas now you're like plugging all sorts of things on your comment boards or you're commenting on what other people have done with, very little, if any, consequence or outcome.
Any repercussion.
I find like the amount of stress involved in the idea of achieving perfection or doing things perfectly, and I get asked all the time about like, you must, never eat sugar or never drink alcohol, or train 7 days a week and so on. And it's like I had periods where I've gone into the extreme realm, but they're not when I've been my happiest or my healthiest.
Yeah. Like what do you do when a birthday cake comes?
I just smash it. I love a birthday cake.
And what are you supposed to be, that weirdo?
Yeah, no. What kind of life is that? That doesn't. You're not going to enjoy and all the sort of,
Yeah, what do you do when they're like, because I'll do low sugar, I don't do no sugar really. But sometimes if a birthday cake comes, dude, what are you going to be? Some guy just over there just carving up a cucumber? Who am I going to, you know what I'm saying? Some dude over there just sneaking a carrot out of his pocket.
Just a little crudité in the corner.
Yeah, dude,
just a little bit of icing.
And that's not creepier to the kids at the people at the party? You're over there
like.
like.
You tell me that guy's not stressed. That's a huge amount of stress involved in just smuggling that carrot into the party and then having to explain it.
Yeah. Showing up at his birthday party with a couple carrots in your pocket is way more stressful.
My daughter's 13, my boys are 11. And I'm already feeling that like, oh, I'm not cool and I'm not necessarily who they look to. And it's like, and they're young. But
they're watching Andrew Tate or whatever.
Yeah, they're watching all sorts of bullshit and have other role models. But it's like, I think, and then I'm 42, but I can't imagine in the 60s, 70s when that gap becomes, far greater.
Crime 101, it's in theaters.
Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh, yeah? Get your
12th.
lady out if you're gay and both you guys like action.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of rare in a gay relationship. Usually one dude kind of, is a little bit more Bridges in Madison County. And, but whatever,
Barry Keoghan's in it. He's a absolute
that was
wild
a surprise.
Man. Yeah. He talked about like dangerous, like electricity on screen, on and off the camera. He has such an unpredictability about him, and it's just captivating.
Well, you feel like he's in control of what he was doing,
Yeah.
It's still crazy that he was slurping up that dude's bathwater or whatever. You know what I'm
In the
saying?
other film.
You know what I'm saying? I'll have a Foster's. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't sip out of the bottom of the tub anymore. I'll drink off the top of the tub, the top water, but I'm not that undercurrent. That's just for him. And on X, they have people killing each other.
Yeah,
That's insane.
No, I mean, my kids were talking about certain, horrific events and so on. I was like, where the hell did you see that? And it's there's nothing to stop it,
Oh, dude. Well, the craziest part is the other night I wake up, for some reason, I'm like, I'm obviously lonesome or whatever, but so I'm like on X or whatever. It's like 3:15 in the morning. I don't even know why I'm on there.
Yeah.
I see two people get shot outside of a Wendy's, right? And they don't even show you if EMTs come. They don't show you that part.
No.
It's just two people shot outside of a Wendy's, right? And then the next thing is an advertisement for Wendy's.
That's it.
And I'm like, now I'm hungry. I don't even care about it's like, I forgot.
Yeah. Oh, it's insane.
And I'm like, well, do I need 2 bags of platelets and an EMT or a Baconator?
Yeah, the complete sort of desensitization to something and then the immediately sort of bait and hooked into the product being sold is like.
And that you get taken from something that's so serious into something that's so trivial.
Yeah.
That it's like, it starts to like deteriorate the part of you that takes something very serious.
Yeah, for sure.
You ever steal anything good when you were young? You guys ever
steal anything?
You ever blow dart a wallaby and sneak over there and run it out of somebody's yard?
A wallaby, did you say?
Yeah. Just put him down. You think one dart would take a wallaby down or not?
It depends what kind of trank is in that dart. You mean like a tranquilizing dart or
something? Yeah.
A dartboard dart.
Oh, trank. I'm talking trank. Yeah.
Yeah, they go down. The wallabies are tiny. The big kangaroos, I don't know.
Oh, dude, not some of the ones I seen over there.
Yeah.
Whatever. We went to that place outside of Melbourne. That was a big kangaroo park.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was outside of.
No, there's a lot. There's
Bro, we saw the one that's jacked. We saw the Nate Diaz one.
The episode I did with my dad called A Road Trip to Remember was the most profound one because he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's about 4 or 5 years ago.
And he was genetically predisposed to it, right?
Yeah.
He and your mom.
Yeah, and that's how we found out because I did my blood work on that show and found out that I had 2 copies of the ApoE4 gene, which is you get a copy from your mum, a copy from your dad, either a 2 or 3 or 4.
They both gave you a copy?
They both gave me a copy, but they both gave me the worst copy, which is the 4, which meant I was a 4-4, which is like 1 in, I think, 1,000 people have. But so I remember being with my dad and telling him about it and going, I don't know if this is a kind of it's not a death sentence, it's not a predeterministic gene, but it's like, a big warning sign. And he said, "Oh, don't worry, mate, we'll figure it out."
Yeah, and how many times am I gonna have to tell him about it if he's
Yeah,
exposed to
well,
Alzheimer's?
but he didn't. We didn't know he was. And then 5 years later, he got diagnosed. And I remember sitting there telling him, "Don't worry, Dad, we'll figure it out." And so we went on this journey. This it's called a road trip to remember. It's this thing called reminiscence therapy, where you go back into your past, stimulate memories and experiences to stimulate the hippocampus, which is the part of the brain that dementia is attacking.
Oh, dang, your dad's Joe Biden?
He's
Crazy, dude.
You ever see that video of the guy punching on with the kangaroo?
No.
You didn't see that? The wallaby comes up to get his dog, and he literally shapes up, throws a left and a right, and pop, bang. Just because I think the wallaby's trying to attack his dog, or it's got his dog in a headlock or something. But
yeah, dude, we saw the one. We were afraid to move, dude. I was waiting for like Keith Peterson to step in. I was waiting for a UFC referee to come in and say, "To your neutral corners," you know. I was waiting for Mark Goddard.
I mean, I don't know what this guy's. This is look at this. The wallaby's got.
And who is that? Luke Bryan?
He's got the dog in a headlock. And watch his feet. Whoop, whoop. Go ready. Whoop, whoop. Oof, jab. It's like, the kangaroo is like, what the fuck?
Is that Luke Bryan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Anyway.
That is beautiful, dude.
I mean,
That dog should have been able to get free, though. That's a big dog.
oh, they're pretty strong, these things, and they got little talons. They got big old claws on them.
Oh, dude, we saw the ones that were very scary.
In the documentary, we end up back in the Aboriginal community we lived in, and the couple of the guys, they called him this. He's a Chuck Norris looking motherfucker, because he had this long ponytail, and he would
Yeah,
pull
dude.
cattle down by the tail and tie them up. And
I love a male Rapunzel.
male Rapunzel.
There's nothing I love more, brother. Oh, that's beautiful, dude.
And we're also spread out now, and I don't know about you, but like in the last sort of 5-10 years, I worked really hard to bring my family kind of closer and closer, and we all
nice.
live in the same area for that reason, because I think a lot of us grew up, or definitely through history, we grew up with bigger households with, shared responsibility. And now you have these little secular sort of, houses where you don't even know your neighbors, and your grandparents live somewhere else.
And it feels good when your family's around. Or you know what?
Yeah.
There's layers to life then, I think, when they're around. Like, there's nothing better than when you're feeling horrible and sad about yourself to be able to look across the room and look in one of your parents' eyes and be like, this is your fault.
Yeah.
And you can't do that if you're at home by yourself.
You can't blame anyone if you're sitting there looking in the mirror, and then it's like, your fault. That doesn't work.
Yeah. You can't even hitchhike in America anymore, because like I think either the people picking up hitchhikers were like killing the hitchhikers, or the hitchhikers were killing the people. But it became like
That really?
that became like a real.
You see Wolf Creek, that
Yes.
film years ago? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
dude.
think that kind of ended hitchhiking in Australia for a good decade or two. It's like-
Yeah, dude. Do motion pictures realize that just one motion picture about something ruins the ability to get somewhere across a continent?
That ruined hitchhiking, and Jaws ruined the whole ocean experience.
Oh God, yeah. But my niece just moved back in with my sister. Like, I don't know, and things like that. I think it's kind of nice. Like, there is something that's fun about feeling like a part of something, even if you're like kind of a curmudgeon about it. Like, oh, I live back at home, but good for you.
Good for you, absolutely. Right. There's plenty of time to sort of live on your own, and
Good for you, and to get to see his stepdad's nuts hanging out of his freaking undershorts once a year. You know that
once a year, once a week, even. What a joy!
Yeah, dude. The fucking Lord's mistletoe. That's the best, brother.
Mark Ruffalo, we were at a music festival in Australia, and just such a lovely human being, and picked up a couple of hitchhikers, and then like next day I spoke to him, and he goes, I got back at like 7 a.m. and I was like, you left at like 2? And he's like, yeah, but I picked up these young kids, and they were like, 18-year-old, 9-year-old kids, and they were like, yeah, we're going in that direction, and I didn't have the heart to tell them I was going the other direction, so I ended up going this like 4-hour detour. But
That's big-hearted.
that's a Ruffalo.
Yeah. I mean, that's also insane to be driving with children that far. That seems very...
18-year-old, 9-year-old, from a festival.
Okay.
We say kids. They were sort of
adult
young
children.
folk, and yeah.
Schoolies, they call them, eh?
Yeah, schoolies, and then the toolies are the older ones hanging around, which where they're not they're the older age kind of creeps that are hanging around.
Oh, they call them toolies.
Yeah,
oh, that's
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because they should have a trade by that point. So
They
it's
should
like,
they should have a job and not be hanging around 18-year-olds.
yeah, pick up a hammer,
That's right.
do something. I got to meet Chris Lilly came out.
Oh yeah.
When I was in
Did you ever see his shows back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
Stop looking at me dick,
Yeah.
Mom. That's my dick, Dad.
Man, he did
That's
that.
my dick.
Yeah, stop
was
touching my dick. Stop touching my dick.
Stop touching my dick.
Fuck you, Dad. What'd you say? I said, I puck you. I said, puck you.
Yeah, it's a picture of my dick. Yeah, it would always be his dick, dude, all the
Jonah.
time.
That's his name, Jonah.
Bro, and what a legend, dude. To get to meet him, it literally felt like you were meeting something, like a rare bird that showed up on a branch to talk with you for a little bit.
I was in Vancouver once. I was shooting a movie there like 15 years ago and driving back from Whistler. And it was like 7, 8 o'clock at night and picked up a hitchhiker and thought, hey, cool, so good. And it started to get real sort of creepy and starts kind of asking me like, what are you doing? Where are you from? And what are you up to? And like getting a little too sort of personal and where are you staying and whatever. And so I immediately start kind of, filling in sort of, I just do heaps of martial arts and, a lot of jiu-jitsu and a big background in boxing and, telling like fight stories and seeing if that's going to sort of like sway the thing. And, thankfully, nothing happened, but it was that like moment where you're sizing each other up, going, "Well, I don't know anything about you, and you don't know anything about me, and we could be."
How does this go? Like, how does this story end? Yeah. You start thinking, how does this story end, and what role am I going to play in it?
Yeah, is he using a knife or a gun or whatever?
Yeah, that is one thing that is nice, I would say, about picking up hitchhikers. I've picked up a fair share over the years, and it's really like, okay, let's see what God wants for me today.
Yeah, sure.
Are you almost back to Australia, heading back home?
Yeah, so I have the premiere tonight for Crime 101, and then and I fly back home tomorrow. I've been gone for 3 weeks, and it's hard, man, with kids.
And they're here with you or no?
No, and they're at the age where they weren't really aware of time, for a long time, and now they're like, it pisses them off, and it's like, well, how long? You said this, and I used to say,
supposed to be here, Dad.
Supposed to be here, and you're never here, and then it's like,
it's not a dick, Dad.
Yeah.
It's not a dick.
A dick, Dad. So
stop
looking
looking
forward
at my
to getting
dick,
back.
miss. Miss.
Touch my dick, miss.
That guy's crazy. Bro, that kid was crazy to be saying dick that much at school.
Like 24/7 as well. He's a ranger, miss.
Bro, ranger was
Stop calling him a ranger. Well, he is, miss. Why not?
Yeah.
For me, I'm not great at like traditional seated meditation. I could benefit from it if I was to sort of force myself to do it, but I prefer physical movement, like training. Surfing for me is an obvious one.
Oh yeah,
complete. I've done that since I was 10 years old, and if I spend too long out of the ocean, my whole sort of being starts to suffer in one way or the other. And not just vitamin D, but the sort of, I don't know, that sort of magnetic pull the ocean has to me, but that's my true happy place. So yeah, I've spent a lot of
dang,
lot of time surfing.
You're comfortable enough on a surfboard to make a gang sign, dude. That is
that's actually in a wave pool. That's in Abu Dhabi in the mechanical man-made wave. Yeah. Did you ever read anything about Alan Watts?
I hear a lot of his like audio and stuff. My mom always sends it to me.
It's this beautiful thing about love and about the idea of like falling in love, the absurdity of falling. And he said it's, people say, oh, it's crazy to fall in love, but how, but the act of falling is a risk in itself and a surrender. You don't say rising to love. And so anything that's worth pursuing that has, that brings comfort and love and joy and whatever, there is an act of surrender that occurs at some point. And that again, in the sort of being okay with the unknown, that gives me sort of comfort. There's something.
That's a good point, dude. Yeah, it's falling. It's like
you don't rise to love, you fall to love. I think that's a beautiful quote.
And if you fall pretty far, you'll end up in some weird spots.
And you also fall to some pretty tragic places.
Yeah,
you climb into some other ones, and
you're in Amsterdam suddenly. Bring that back up to Blue Zones. I've never heard of this.
It's where there's the most amount of people who have
lived to be 100.
Lived to be 100, yeah. And I think there's like Japan, somewhere in Italy.
Yeah, we got Okinawa, Japan.
Yeah.
Ikaria, Greece. Sardinia, Italy. Nicoya, and that's Costa Rica.
Well, yeah.
And Loma Linda. But hold on, there's none over by Australia? You guys didn't get one?
Yeah, I don't know if they skipped us.
Probably because of the dangerous species.
Probably the danger, all the things that try and kill us, or we're too busy backpacking to the places you pulled up.
You guys are too busy over there making people happy in those places, probably.
I think that's I'd say the gift in I think experience any form of fame or sort of celebrity or whatever is that you get to kind of see behind the curtain and you get to have that realization that from afar, most people's are always going to be living with the assumption that it might bring you
way better behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go,
get behind the curtain, you're like, oh,
I'm on the other side again. You're back to the, I'm back in line.
Yeah. Yeah. You open the curtain, you realize it's just a mirror.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah. But again, with the centurions, people who, it's not retiring basically, and that doesn't mean work yourself in. There's a difference between working yourself into the grave, but also, you know, the work could be you have a garden to maintain, you have a, you know,
yeah, you have grandchildren to keep tabs on. You have you have a trip to plan. You're helping with one of your children's activities. Yeah, I think that a lot with my own mom as she gets older. It's like, you know, I want her to be free of things if she doesn't want to work. She likes to work. She like delivers for Amazon and stuff. She just loves it. She's like, you know, I'll call her and she's like, oh, I'm just sitting in the lot of, or she'll deliver for like Whole Foods, different just kind of chain places or something. Yeah. She's like, I'm just sitting here in the lot just waiting for a route or whatever, you know? And I just picture her in her van. She's just sitting there. She's 70 something and she's just waiting to, you know, deliver a catalytic converter to some guy across town.
Want to incentivize teachers and encourage more people to come into this industry by paying them more, so government funding, because they don't get paid enough and they don't get rewarded enough.
It's dark. I mean, the fact that we don't pay them and nurses now, I mean,
it's backwards.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
man. It's just like, and it's not the people.
No,
it's the elites. It's the government. That's the sick part. It's like,
there's sort of we could go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, we could go down a rabbit hole, but let's just stay in the garden for today.
Stay in the garden, brother.
We'll stay in the garden for today. Just a few more of these blue zone common lifestyle patterns. A clear sense of purpose and generally optimistic, engaged attitudes. In light, regular alcohol or none. In some places, people drink small amounts of wine. In other places, they avoid it entirely. Like in Sardinia, Italy, you'll see an 6-year-old out there drinking. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's just like a,
you know, he's like, oh, I'll have a Chardonnay and some Peppa Pig. You know, it's like you'll see a 5-year-old on his tablet ordering a damn Cabernet.
I know. It's like it can't all be bad.
Yeah.
Did you do it after school? Did you ever get a chance to travel and?
Yeah. I had a girlfriend. We went over there, and that was like a 7-country fight we went on. Oh man, I fought in so many territories and different like. Oh man, I thought I was like working with Napoleon or something over there. It was a lot of I should get a medal for that, and so should she. I'm going to say that.
What was the drama? What was it coming from?
Just, I think you don't know how you are when it's like stressful out there when you're on trains and you're moving your bags all the time. And we booked too many places to go see. Like we should have done 4 days in each spot, and we tried to do like 2 days, 9 spots instead of do like 4 spots, 5 days. Yeah. And so you're just constantly on the go, and I would be sneaking off and just drinking wine by myself and like, and then one night I went off to the grocery by myself. And somebody had like a hit of LSD or something. It was like probably a pretty, you know, nouveau grocery, I guess. And because, I mean, it wasn't on the shelves, but it was available in the parking lot, you know, which I consider an extension of the grocery. But yeah, so then I came back there and I was like, I thought it would like boost my spirits. And then it was just that was horrible. And that time we were like in a camping sort of environment where there were outhouses and stuff. And so.
In what country?
That was outside of Venice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was great, but it was just like, that was just a lot, you know.
Crammed too much in.
Yeah.
Yeah. We lived in LA for probably 10 years, my wife and I, before we had kids, and then we had kids. We were here for about a year or two, and it was like kind of chaos trying to do anything with the kids and paparazzi and so on. I moved back to Australia.
And what pervert would take pictures of a kid? That's the weird thing. You know what I'm saying? Except for most of the people in our
except this business.
Except for most capitalists and and Hollywood elites. Yeah.
Oh, it's brutal.
Who else?
And so we went back home and we just didn't get that sort of attention.
Has it been a good choice you made?
The best ever. I think that the script does a great job at presenting deeper, further layers and a deeper sort of presentation about just people, you know, and the human experience.
I agree with that. I think one thing I notice about it is there's a bit more of the story element. There's a bit more of like, you have the action, you have this sort of, you have this like a little bit of like, I don't know if it's like Fast and the Furious meets sort of like jewel thievery, you know, sort of like you have this high energy, but you have some sincere storylines about what's going on with these people and just how people get into positions maybe that they didn't even want to be in, but there they are. And how do we still view them as people? And then how do they then operate to the best of their ability, even in not even the best circumstance?
Absolutely, yeah.
Does that make any sense or not?
No, it did, for sure.
Damn,
that should have been the tagline.
That's the most sense I've made in a while.
I've been in the press tour for 3 weeks, and I wish I had that quote. Okay.
It's been a rough,
far more succinct than the
past year. I haven't been able to get something out. It's been tough, man.
No, it's true.